Have you ever found yourself completely immersed in a story, feeling as though you are peering through a character's eyes or perhaps witnessing events unfold from a detached, overarching perspective? These powerful experiences are not accidental, but rather the result of distinct narrative choices an author makes. Understanding these choices can profoundly deepen your appreciation for literature. At its core, focalization is different from narrative voice because focalization answers the question of who sees or who perceives the story's events, while narrative voice answers the question of who speaks * the story. Think of it as the difference between the camera lens through which you view a scene and the commentator describing what is happening. The why behind this distinction is crucial for literary analysis. Focalization refers to the perspective from which the narrative information is presented. This can be internal, meaning we see and feel things through a specific character's consciousness, experiencing their thoughts and emotions directly. It can also be external, where the perspective is more like a camera observing actions without revealing any character's inner life. Narrative voice, on the other hand, deals with the actual language, tone, and personality of the narrator. This narrator could be a character within the story, an omniscient presence outside the story, or even an unreliable figure whose words we learn to question. To put this into practice when you are reading, ask yourself two key questions. First, whose perception am I experiencing right now? This will help you identify the focalization. Are we limited to one character's thoughts, or do we see a broader, more objective view? Second, who is telling me this story and what do they sound like? This reveals the narrative voice. Does the narrator use formal language, slang, or a humorous tone? Is the narrator a character speaking in the first person, or an anonymous third-person voice? A useful term from Gerard Genette, a prominent narratologist, helps us categorize focalization more precisely. He identified zero focalization, where the narrator knows more than any character; internal focalization, where the perspective is tied to a specific character; and external focalization, where the narrator knows less than the characters, providing only objective, observable information. These nuanced distinctions allow you to pinpoint exactly how information is filtered to the reader. Similarly, narrative voice can be intensely personal or strikingly impersonal, each choice shaping your engagement with the text. Grasping the difference between focalization and narrative voice empowers you to analyze texts with greater precision. It allows you to move beyond simply understanding what happens in a story to appreciating how the author crafts your entire experience, guiding your emotions, shaping your understanding, and influencing your connection to the characters and their world. By paying attention to both the eyes and the voice of a story, you unlock deeper layers of meaning and artistry.